I'm gonna be honest with you all from the start. This game pissed me off. Boy, did this game piss me off. There are times where this game was so damn enjoyable and then they would ruin it by shooting themselves so hard in the foot. I'm going to be speaking exclusively about the campaign in this video. I did make a video on the multiplayer back when it released, if you want to see that, but it's probably a bit outdated at this point if I'm being honest. For a good 2 or 3 hours I couldn't see why so many people said Halo Infinite sucked. The early missions are very fun, it's just what I've always enjoyed in a Halo game, it's an arcade shooter, I'm shooting things, I even have a grapple hook, what's not to enjoy? The answer is almost everything else after these first 2 to 3 hours. My biggest gripe is far from an original one, but who on earth is responsible for making Halo open world? Whose decision was this? I can't think of many games that would be less suited to open world than Halo. I'm not going to waste too much time going through this because you've undoubtedly heard it before, but this structure just doesn't work here at all. There are far too many enemies along the roads, there are far too many enemies in the points of interest, and nowhere near enough ammo lying around, but we'll get back to that later on. Also, the world is just so boring, it's just green, it's just hills and roads, there's no differentiation, it just looks bland. Just to add insult to injury, quite a lot of the main campaign missions require you to traverse the open world, essentially doing what would be side content in any other game. Why do I need to travel to 3 to 4 completely different places to get to a beacon? It literally feels like they are trying to squeeze every single second out of me that they can. And they did, because I finished the game. The mission structure is well and truly in the gutter for a good third of this game at least. But what about the other 2/3? When the game is linear and you're exploring hallways and arenas, basically when it feels like a Halo game, is where this game is at its best. The abilities you can switch between complement the combat superbly, although I'll admit I did mostly use the grapple hook just because it's so damn fun. Whoever's idea it was to add a grapple hook to Halo deserves a raise, because this thing was fun as hell. The others do all have their uses, but I kept coming back to the grapple hook. But even these sections aren't immune to criticism. There's basically 2 things you'll be looking at in Halo Infinite: green open world nonsense, or dark dreary corridors that all look the exact same. It does get really repetitive. I honestly don't see why there wasn't many unique locations. You could show me a screenshot or clip from almost any part of this game and I could not tell you what mission it's from. The mission structure is literally open world rubbish to unlock a structure, go in the structure that looks the exact same as every other structure, and then have a bit of fun. But also, and I don't remember having this problem with other Halos, but I was really struggling for ammo a lot of the time. I'm perfectly willing to hold my hands up and say maybe my ammo management was somewhat to blame, but I was switching weapons as I was going and everything, and I just kept running out. I did eventually start to have enough ammo with very specific weapon combos, but I would have liked to have felt as though I could have had a bit more freedom. One thing I did really love about the game was most of the boss battles. They were fun, great in spectacle, and require your concentration. Haven't really got a lot to say about them, although I thought the final boss was a bit of a letdown. I also did not care for the story at all. I thought it was garbage. I don't know what to say. I love good stories in video games, and this just wasn't one of them. It was boring. I cannot remember a single character's name other than Master Chief, and that's because I know him already. It was just dead. The whole thing was dead. Halo Infinite frustrated me to no end. I wanted to like this game a lot more than I did, and while there were plenty of moments when I was thoroughly enjoying myself, they were vastly overshadowed by a plethora of issues that were primarily linked to the core structure of the game. Thank you for making it to the end of the video. I hope that you did enjoy it. I am sorry for being a negative man here. I'm not normally like this, and if you want to subscribe to the channel and see some more videos from me, then you will know this. But if you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you want to see more, then subscribe. That's all from me. Have a nice day, and goodbye.